Unless you had like stuff running.
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome back. Last week, you all had a little bit of downtime waiting for the inevitability when the Brotherhood in this city would come calling. And this time they had an offer because of the guards' the poker game. The power plant would be mostly unguarded, and they requested that as an addition to it that you all would investigate it. And you did. And discovered a invisible magic user attempting to pop out of the floor, and that is where we left off. On the other side of town, being escorted into the back room of a fancy restaurant, and sitting down at a table with 4 others is Dietrich, about to play a poker game and hopefully get some more information.
Before before these guards escort me into the room, I'll just say to them, remember that as soon as we get in there, you need to pretend that you work for me and that you're my entourage.
And kind of nod their head.
I'm glad we understand each other.
They open the door for you, One leads you in, the other closes the door behind as you walk into this room. There's one empty seat left at the table for you. The four other gentlemen playing this high stakes poker game. Give me 1 second. I realized I forgot to do something. There we go. Much better.
I'll as I walk in, I'll turn to one of the guards escorting me and just say, a whiskey, please."
Of course. He'll walk over to the bar. And as you sit down, the drink is placed in front of you.
As I walk up to the table, I'll just ask, "Is this seat taken?"
The elf sitting at the table to your immediate right will kind of look at you. I believe it is reserved for you.
Wonderful. And who else is sitting at the table?
To your immediate left is a dwarven individual. To the left of him are two humans. One kind of older with hair that was probably once very, very red and is fading into like a gray. And the other a younger human with a very, very like curled and combed stash, very short but still slicked back hair, dressing a little bit fancier than the other gentleman here at the table.
I just look around to all of them and say, I don't believe we've been introduced. My name's Balthazar.
Ah,
I'm a businessman from Wilmouth."
Dwarf will kind of look you up and down, of course. We were told you were interested in playing our little game, and, well, we luckily had a seat available this evening.
Oh, glad you could fit me in.
Of course, we like, um, taking visitors' money.
Well, I hope you don't take too much of mine. I was interested in playing, of course, but mostly interested in meeting all of you. I'm always looking for business contacts in different parts of the world.
Make a perception check as the dwarf is talking, please.
That's just gonna be passive 21.
It is not hard to pick up when he talks. This is not the regional accent you heard from the dwarves you have interacted with from Kuhn.
So not Coon.
Not from Kuhn.
What are the other dwarvish like communities that I would be aware of?
Wait 1 second, because somehow I accidentally closed out the wrong thing. There is Thurum to the north, and then Kel, which is like way north, like north of Valerian, and then there's Kel, which is near over by you guys.
And there, so and it doesn't sound like a Rhineport
No.
dwarf
Nope.
either. Okay.
Oh, I wrote that.
Or is that what Coon is?
Yeah, Kuhn is in the
Okay.
Rhineport Empire, yeah.
Okay, because so it could be Thurim or Kel.
Yes.
And based on where we are, it's probably Kel.
Yeah.
No, it's Keenan.
Take a
Who loves
point.
orange soda?
Take a point. The man with the mustache kind of at the end of the table kind of speaks up a little bit. Yeah, we don't get many people visitors asking about our games much anymore. It was a little bit of a surprise, but a welcome one.
Well, call me old-fashioned. Uh, my father told me about these games you used to run here, and I happened to be in town, figured it was worth making the ask and seeing if they still go on.
Yes, they still do.
Glad to hear it.
Um,
So what line of work are you all in?
I, the man will continue to speak. I own and operate about 3 ships that sail out of here. Now, I just started managing the books at a place about 15 years ago and kind of worked my way up from there. The elf kind of chuckles as he draws from like a long elvish pipe. Uh, I come from old money. That's how I get my entertainment.
Well, given your complexion, my friend, I'd be fascinated to learn what the alternative form of money is.
The older gentleman will put down his drink and kind of say, I make wines. I own several of the hills out here in town.
You seem like a good man to know.
Indeed, I am. Thorf will kind of speak up now. We were just builders up in Dunmuldir, near the capital, and struck a gold vein. Made a lot of money. Been traveling on it for a while now.
Ah, so you're the lucky one at the table.
I would like to think that, but occasionally my luck does run out here at the table. Depends on the night. Anyways, gentlemen, shall we begin? Dealer starts shuffling the decks together. If you want to roll your hand.
Yep. All
That
right, roll
all
d20s instead of d12s.
that also got closed
Okay.
out.
Oh, man.
That good, eh? Dang it.
Ooh. Cool. Did you get your hand rolled?
Out of my hand.
Cool. 6 times. The mustached man to the far end of the table will start. Garth will kind of lean over. Did they tell you the betting rules here?
I don't believe so.
Increments of 10 only. Maximum bet 500 unless you're going all in.
Gotcha.
I think it's silly, but they tell me I'm wrong. I cannot read my own handwriting. Let me correct the number real quick. Colin will lick his cards and throw down 20 gold.
So how many of us total are there at the table?
5 total.
5 total. Okay. So the man with the mustache is the one who owns ships.
Yes. The older
Okay.
gentleman with the slightly red hair is the
He's
winemaker.
wine. Yep. And then the dwarf.
Immediately to your left, then you, then the elf.
So it's human. So as we go around the table, it's human, elf, me, dwarf.
Yes.
Cool.
Cool.
Just trying to get a mental picture.
Winemaker's also got their own 20. Dwarf's gonna look at the cards, slide them across the table, and fold. And
then it's me.
yes.
I'm just gonna. I'll smirk a little bit and say, "Gentlemen, surely we can do better than that." And I'll bet 40.
Okay. The elf is going to fold. Colin and Pierce, the 2 humans, will call. And I believe that means the first 3 cards get flipped over.
That's correct.
So that is a 10 of diamonds, a 7 of hearts, and a 2 of spades. Colin will bet 40. Pierce is going to call. And it is now your go.
Can I get a read on either of them?
Make
Like what's their body language like?
Make an insight check.
Luck point?
Okay.
That's an 18.
Okay. They are sitting comfortably and kind of looking at the cards, flipping their cards, looking back. First hand of the game, you can't tell if this is a tell or not, but their body language is comfortable. Like, they might have something, they might not. But they're comfortable with the cards that have been flipped over so far. I would say on an 18.
I'll just call then. I'm in for 40.
Okay. All right. Next card is a 6 of diamonds. Colin looks at his cards several times now. Looking at the gold in front of him. We'll take a stack, put it down, and slide it in. Let's go a little bit bigger. How about 150 this time? Older gentleman will look over at him. All right. Whew. You think you got this, don't you? And he'll slide and kind of knock a pile of gold in and call as well at 150.
Can I do another insight roll here?
Go for it.
No. Just a passive 16.
Okay.
So probably not getting any new information.
Colin seems to be looking at his cards a little bit more. Pierce, the older gentleman, seems to have just stopped looking and is looking at the cards, getting ready for the next for you to call or for you to fold, or looking at the pile to see when the next card's going to be flipped. But just like is intently staring at that.
I'm gonna put in 300, so I'll double the bet.
Okay. Both of them kind of get big, like their eyes kind of go a little bit big for a second when you put the 300 in. Colin is going to call you. Pierce is going to fold.
Okay.
Last card.
Mm-hmm.
That is a Queen of Clubs. Colin is sliding his cards back and forth, kind of looking. And he will slide them to the dealer and fold.
He's not gonna check.
No.
Okay.
He's just
I
gonna
will
scuff.
take it
He's
then.
just gonna scuff.
So for everyone else, I rolled sixes on both D12s and I rolled twos on both D4s. So I have 2 sixes of diamonds and another 6 of diamonds came up on the turn. So I would have flipped over trip 6s of diamonds. And I think right when you were rolling your initial hands, at one point you were just like 6 of diamonds, and I was like, oh god, how many 6s of diamonds are going to be in this game?
How many decks are you playing with?
Like 4. In game 4 for
Yeah, like
to make it make
multi
sense.
deck.
Yeah, it's a multi-deck game to make it make sense. Because obviously dice are random. The dealer will shuffle it up and deal out more cards.
Just counting up. So I get back what I put in, and I think it should be 610 on top of that.
That is exactly what I have.
Cool. So I'm just putting a plus 610 in my notes. And then we'll go again. And I assume like the button moves at this point, so the older gentleman will go first
Yes.
and then around.
Yep.
All right, rolling my hand.
Mm-hmm. Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Cool. Pierce pick up his cards, kind of slide over, and drop 100 gold to start this round off. A dwarf to the left of you.
You mean the elf to the right? If it's going around clockwise?
No, okay. So Colin, Pierce, dwarf, you, elf.
Oh, so
Dealer.
the elf is to my left and the dwarf is to my
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I said
So
that. Yeah.
so Pierce bets 100, then the dwarf.
Is gonna call.
I'm just gonna fold.
Okay. Let me do some shenanigans real quick. Just so I can decide where the gold's gonna end up. Elf is gonna fold as well. Colin is going to call. Pierce is gonna bet another 100. Dwarf is going to fold. Colin's going to fold. So that is that to Pierce. And next round. Cool.
So what news do you all hear around town? I've been here a few days, heard some interesting things.
The standard things are going wrong elsewhere. Colin is waiting for his cards. Things are getting awful around the horn between with Stormmaw and Stormpoint, and obviously that affects our business.
Yes, it certainly does. It's affecting mine as well. I'm in finance. I just help,
Well,
you know, fund businesses and get them off the ground, but
and Wilmouth is,
it is
right near there. It has to be a little bit worse for you, really, at the end of the day.
well, part of my business is Wilmouth, but I also do some business in Storm Point and some in Salt Wallow. But yeah, no, it's this war footing that Storm Point seems to be on has a lot of people on edge, to be sure.
I mean, they are on that island and shared with another uh, city-state in Salt Wallow. I imagine they can't be too happy in between you and in Wilmouth there and Salt Wallow. It has to be rough, and then you have the north elves to the north. Like it's, I understand why they want more territory, but it's a little odd. The elf kind of goes, "This is what humans have always done. You started in towns and then built cities, and now you want, bigger cities and bigger territories. This is never going to end. You know how things are."
Well, if I've learned anything, it's that how things are usually comes down to who's got the money.
By the way, if I'm not mistaken, Thermal, it's your bet. All right, thank you.
All right, I am ready to go.
Tonight is not my night, and he'll throw 2-9 offsuit at the dealer.
I had 4-9 offsuit last hand.
So it is now your go.
Yeah. Just okay. I'll just put in 20.
Okay. Elf will look down at his hands. I think we can do better than that. 80. Colin will look down at his cards. I don't want to go too. I don't want to go too much higher, but how about 120? Pierce will look at his cards a third time before sliding them to the dealer. He is out, so it is 120 back to you.
Can I get a read on Calm? Do I like is his body language a little bit different than it was before when he really didn't have anything?
Make an insight check. Yeah.
Ooh. 25.
He is kind of doing the same thing. He's looking down at his cards and looking down at his cards, but he's not making eye contact with like the pile or you or Elwyn, for instance, in this case. He's just making kind of eye contact with the cards every time he lifts them up. So not much different, but a little bit different.
And last time he didn't really have anything, or
Mm-hmm. But you don't know because he's scuffed.
yeah, that's fair. I'll call.
Okay. Elwyn is also going to call it 120, and the first 3 cards will get rolled. Two of spades. 9 of spades. And king of diamonds. I believe with Fadmel folded, the bet is on you.
I'm just gonna check.
Elwyn is also going to check. Colin is going to check his cards several times and drop another 120.
I think I've probably gleaned all I'm gonna get from Calm. I just don't. I haven't played enough with him to know his tells. Something definitely does seem different. Oh boy. I'm gonna bet 240.
Okay. Elwyn's going to slide his cards to dealer and fold. And he is going to call the 240.
Okay.
The next card is a 6 of spades.
I'm gonna check.
Okay.
And can I tell what was Calm's reaction when I raised?
He kind of looked surprised.
Okay.
He is
Then yeah, I
counting.
definitely want to check.
He's looking at his cards, looking at the gold stacks that he has, kind of neat, kind of playing with them for a little bit, deciding what he's going to do. Make.
Your cards haven't changed, my friend.
Oh, I know, I know. Make a perception check for me.
18, which I guess passive 21.
Okay. Out of the corner of your eye, you see behind Colin at the bar, one of your bodyguards has his hand in his coat pocket, and as he pulls it out, signs something and thieves can't.
Do I know what it means?
Spades. And as he does that, Colin will put 500 gold in on the max bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna fold. I had a straight draw, but it would have needed to hit on the river, and even then, it's not going to be to flush.
As you fold, he will flip over the king and four of spades. You made the right move.
So I'm out 360 on that hand, which leaves me up 250 total.
Yes.
And in between hands, I'll ask the others. So, what do you all know about the power system here in town? It's very different from anything we have in my part of the world.
Pierce will kind of step. I had to remember when we built it here. It was very different. I'd never seen anything like the power that they used before. It was almost magic, but it obviously it wasn't. That makes sense. And then, obviously, systems have changed over time. And now they have the plant fully secured, which is apparently the way they like it. But
What exactly is at the plant? What powers this system?
originally, it was coal. It was
Oh,
coal, and steam going through like these turbine things, and obviously it steamed up the entire place, and coal ash went into the air, and people didn't like it very much, and so they found a new, cleaner method and went with it.
and what is that newer method?
That's the thing, no one knows. Yeah,
Hmm.
I am being the dwarf, we're naturally suspicious of things above ground, even things like power, even though we do use a more primitive coal version of it in some places in the mines. But the fact they have a clean method is a little bit suspect to me, but the gentleman who runs it typically comes to these games. Haven't really seen him in a hot minute.
Interesting. No, I only ask because I would be interested in financing a project like that if someone with experience were to want to implement it in other cities. I would certainly be prepared to give very good terms on a business loan. Uh, But at any rate, and I'll throw in. I know it's my bet first for the next hand. I've already rolled. I'm gonna bet 50.
Okay. Elwin's gonna call. Actually, everybody is going to call 50.
Fiesta.
Aye, aye, aye. Yelp talking to your point. I believe it was a dwarven engineer that actually built the system, but I do not know where he went after he finished construction. He left town.
Oh, fascinating.
Yes, indeed, it was very interesting. 2 of hearts. Queen of spades. And king of diamonds.
I'm gonna bet 100.
Elwin's going to fold. Colin's going to raise you to 200. Pierce is going to fold. Thad is also going to fold at 200.
I'm gonna put in. Well, can I get? So this is Colin again.
Yes.
Can I do another insight check on him?
Yep.
24.
Okay. He is doing the thing he did when he had the flush, not when he scuffed.
Oh, I have a better hand this time, so I think I'll call at 200 and see what happens.
Okay. 4 of hearts.
I'll bet 200.
Colin will call. Five of diamonds. It's the last card that's flipped.
I'm gonna check.
Scared of a little fun? He's gonna bet 400.
Can I do insight again?
Go for it.
Ooh, nat 20 for a 26.
He is this time like holding the cards up and looking at the cards on the table, like he's making sure he has what he has as he makes the bet.
Yeah, I didn't hit my flush draw. I've just got a pair of queens. But if he has a 3, he has a straight. Or no. If he has a 3 and either a 1 or a 6, he has a straight.
Are we doing low high straights with aces as well?
Oh, I don't know.
Because that is
Yeah.
not competitive poker.
Yeah, that's true. If aces are high,
Yeah.
then I guess he would need to have like 3-6, but I can't imagine how he would still be in the hand if he had 3-6 and he wasn't just full of shit. Maybe he's got like pocket kings or something like that. Hmm. I think I'm just gonna have to fold.
What kind of take a sip of the drink in front of him, put it down. You are folding?
Yeah.
You never let me finish in this hand and have any fun, and he'll throw king 5 down to the dealer.
Yeah, he would have had me. I'll just flip over as a courtesy. I'm just gonna flip over my queen, but I'm not gonna flip over the other card.
Ooh,
Well done.
what a tease.
The Queen of Hearts, my friend, famously a tease.
Indeed. No, your card deck lore. So, besides monetarily, is there any other interest that you have in the power plant for any other reason, or is it just
Well, purely monetarily, but I am a little worried about what Stormpoint and Stormmaw would do with such a system if they haven't already cracked it.
you know? I never really thought of it like that, but that's a very, very good point. Um, Dadmol will kind of speak up now. Truth be told, how do we know they already haven't?
Well, that's a very good point, and a thought that I'm sure won't fester at all.
Yep. I don't think it, in my mind, it won't, but you never know what, other people might think. And
I'm ready. I'm ready for the next hand, by the way.
yeah, he's finishing
But
sliding out the cards.
I'll just tell you, I've got 8-2 offsuited. If it comes around to me and there's any money, I'm just gonna fold.
Cool, because Edwin's going to bet 80 on the opening, so let me just roll
Yeah,
real
no.
quick and see what's going to
Yeah, I'm
happen.
out.
Edwin will stay in, so will Thad. Actually, that is a serious question. I don't know.
Hmm,
Straight beats 2 pairs, doesn't it?
it does.
Okay, so Thad actually wins that hand.
Cool.
Lost ace 4. 2 pairs lost to a straight. All right. Once more into the breach.
Well, I was just thinking because it's been like an hour, like in real time.
Yeah, I know.
Do we want to
They
like jump back over to the power plant and
we
we can
will.
roll
Yeah, we
randomly to see how much money I win? Or
yeah. We'll do another hand
okay,
because they've in real time. This has been like 30 minutes, so they're gonna understand and think that you're a businessman now.
cool.
Pierce will kind of be like, so having not, you know, been around here often, what actually finally brings you here? It's not really a normal destination.
Well, truth be told, I wanted to see if I could change that. I think location-wise, where this city is situated, right? Fairly close to Wilmouth and Stormpoint and Salt Wallow and other cities, but just on the other side of the continent, on the opposite coast. It seems like as a shipping destination, as a place to for those cities to be able to send their goods and whatnot to have them shipped overseas, this city seems like it's in an ideal position.
Truth be told,
And
Linnaeus already ships their things out of Kitty. Sorry, ADD. Truth be told, Linnaeus already ships their things out of Cote Verte. They're kind of a sister city to us, but the issue shipping things from, say, Calborn or Alarion, dropping them in Rhineport, is will the goods travel over land between Cornpower and Linnaeus through the mountain pass? That has always been the struggle. Plus, we never really liked those people from there anyway. They were always, despite our deal, always a little bit of odd ones out.
oh, I've been there myself. It's quite an obstinate people in those parts. But I was thinking
That's
more.
one way to word it.
I was thinking more to the south. What about uh, what about some kind of commercial or shipping route from, Storm Point, Wilmouth, Salt Wallow, coming up here to ship goods westward? I mean, those cities are situated on the coast. They do plenty of shipping eastward.
I think
But
it's
I have some business associates who have expressed some interest in opening up some kind of western route, especially given the blockades that are up at
I
the
mean,
moment.
the issue is we really only on this coast have Rustport, Killorn, and Sterling to ship to that are fast, versus the eastern route has, Beckgard and Saris, and before the blockade, Barstone and Faymire within 3 days on a fast ship, 5 days on more of what we're talking about here. But it is interesting, but I think it's basic, finances.
Sure, I have some business associates who asked me to come up here and check it out and see if I could put out some feelers, so to speak. There are some people in some of those cities who are unhappy with the blockade situation who would be more amenable to a westward looking shipping route.
Pierce laughs at that statement and goes, "By westward shipping, do you mean tired of paying the extortion fees from Roguewater to run them through the blockade?"
Yeah, running through the blockade isn't
No, we've had
running
the
through the
we've had the same
yeah,
problems.
running the blockade isn't something that's feasible in the long term for my clients. They're happy to do it from time to time when they have to, but
So, do you have
not
a shipping partner that you'd be running out of Cotverte, or just Wilmouth and your other place?
some business associates in Wilmouth and Salt Wallow and some in Storm Point, but I vet the Storm Point ones uh pretty hard.
As one should.
They be interested in exploring westward options for shipping their
Um,
goods that don't involve running the blockade.
Obviously, I ship things. I have the 3 ships. I ship them northward. I have a river runner that actually goes to Linnaeus. It's one of the 3 ships I own. If you're interested in making a deal at some point, we can talk after the game.
Certainly, we can have a conversation. I can introduce you to some of my associates.
Meanwhile, I'm going to just put in 40.
Oh, I haven't rerolled. Let me reroll.
Pierce and Thad will call.
Yeah. Yeah, for 40, I guess I'll call.
Elwyn will call at 40 as well. Okay. Or the flop. 10 of clubs. 9 of diamonds. And 10 of spades. Colin and Pierce will check. Thad will bet another 40 to you.
150.
Edwin's going to raise to 300. Elwyn's going to raise to 300 on you.
Can I get a read on Elwyn? Because Elwyn hasn't been in many hands.
He has not.
Yeah, 16.
That is also going to fold as well. So it is to you. He is an elf. It is hard to tell his age. It is hard to read him.
So
He is very stoic in his face right now.
all right, so both Colin and Pierce are out.
And your dwarf buddy Thadmal.
Mhm.
So it's 150 to 150 raise, 300 to you.
Yeah. I'll call it.
Okay. Okay. 4 of spades bet to you.
Four of spades. I'll bet 400.
And he will call.
Okay.
Ten of hearts.
All right. So at this point, I'm down 200,
Yep.
and I'm in this hand for 740 so far.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go all in, which is 2060 additional.
He is going to call. 2060 additional.
Yep.
He is going to call.
For 2060.
Yep.
All right, let's see him.
You go first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a 10 of clubs and a 4 of hearts, so that's 4 of a kind plus a pair. But 4 of a kind.
He flips over a 10 of diamonds and a 9 of spades.
Ooh. Well, so that's a push
That is a push.
because we
He
both
kind of-
have 4 10s and a 9.
He kind of looks over at you, looks at the cards. I don't think we've ever had that happen here. That's one for the record books. Certainly. I thought you were about to get so fucked there.
So that was a total of 5760
Yes.
in the pot, which we split.
Yes.
So I get 2880 back,
Yes.
which means I'm now, yeah. So basically I picked up 80. So I'm now only down 120.
Okay.
I like to live a little dangerously.
Cool. I mean, thank God it worked out.
Well, I'm really glad that that last 10 came out because I thought I had it when I hit the full house on the turn. and then another 10 came up on the river. It's like, oh, I've got 4 of a kind, and my pair of 4s doesn't matter anymore.
Cool.
But it turned out that if something else had come up, he would have had a better full house than me.
Yeah. Yeah. That was,
So-
I was like,
Woo!
oh man.
Ooh, baby.
All right. So we're gonna take a quick early break here, and when we get back, everybody's gonna roll initiative that is back in the warehouse raid, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty. Hi.
Hey.
Can I get the 4 of you at the power plant? Roll initiative, please.
I assume that's me too.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I did not get to the VOD.
You're good.
I rolled a nat 20 for 23.
Alright, 23 for Emrys.
22.
Nymeria. Barzu, what did you get?
A whopping 18.
Wow, that's low compared to everybody else. You should feel bad. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, I don't want to know what Fair got now, do I? What did Fair roll?
19.
Oh my god.
Farzu slowpoke here.
You all top deck in this combat. Farzi, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 13.
Okay. All right. Cool. So when we left off, you all heard.
Can we get the map?
We will get the map in a second. Just where we left off, Fair saw the person with the invisibility with detect magic, because it is a magic spell. And Nymerian Emerus heard that happen. You all now see coming out through a second hole in the floor, about 20 feet from that, another person popped invisibility as well.
These were like trapdoors in the floor.
Yes.
So even though we can't see a person, we can definitely see like the floor opening up.
Mm-hmm. Now that you heard that sound and know what to look for, yeah.
Okay.
After I heard the first one, can I pop out Albert?
Yeah, I had Albert out already when you guys got into there. Alrighty. Emrys, you are up first.
Do I know where they're at? Like, did she share that info? Or did I see the trapdoors opening enough to know?
You saw that trapdoor open to know that he is there. That guy is still technically invisible. Actually, they're all technically invisible, but I won't really need that.
Great. Give me a 20-foot diameter ring.
Diameter or radius?
Diameter.
Ooh. So that is a 10-foot radius.
Great. Cast it on him. Wall of fire.
Counterspell.
Okay.
Playing a character without counterspell, guys.
I also think this is the first time you guys have come across a caster with counterspell too. Or second time, maybe. Any movement?
No. Sorry, I'm marking off that.
He casted the counterspell at 4th level.
Yep. And his invisibility drops so everybody can see him now.
Probably should have said I was using 5th level, but I will take burning his 4th level spell slot to burn one of his.
Yeah. All right. Nymeria, you're up.
How far away am I from the one that I saw pop out?
45 feet. Yeah.
I will Hunter's Mark him
Okay.
and attack twice.
Okay.
That's a natural 20. These dice were definitely worth $2.
You rolled the 1d20 $2 dice roll on the first roll.
Well, the second roll. The first roll was the natural 18 from my initiative for 22.
Hey,
So
the
these are good rolls.
whole set was $2. Just wait till you see what those D8s can do.
You mean the 1d8 that's in the set? 'Cause
Sure.
it's a regular old set.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, we're about to see what the d8 can do because
There you
I
go.
roll that. That's a 4. So 11 plus Hunter's Mark is another 5. So 16 for the first shot. Go
Okay.
ahead for this. Oh, wait. And then that was without the critical part.
Yeah.
That was regular damage. What is the... What do I do again?
Okay, 1 second. I forgot where your damage die is. I think it's like 14 plus... No, hold up. It's 15 plus 4 now because the new bow. Plus, so it's 15 plus your damage die roll, which is a 4, right?
Uh-huh.
So 19 plus Hunter's Mark die. What did you roll?
5.
Doubled, so 10. So it's 29 points of damage.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
Second attack. Oh, see, now I got the 2, so that's a 13 to hit. That probably doesn't hit.
That does not hit. It goes a little bit high and sticks into the wall behind him.
That's
He looks
fine.
up at it.
But Albert's gonna go get in his face.
Okay, what's the speed now?
$40.
So he can get just out of melee range with him.
That's fine, because I already used my bonus for Hunter's Mark, so he can't attack anybody.
True.
That's it for me.
Bear, you are up.
Let's see. The one in the corner, I know he's there, but he has not dropped invisibility yet, right?
Correct.
All right. I will cast Fairy Fire on him. Where is that? There it is. It's a Dex 13.
That is a 17.
There's it. Then I guess. How big are the trapdoors in the floor?
So it's that 4x4 space.
Okay. So, like actually 10 feet square?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Okay.
More on this map, the 4 squares are probably a 5x5 cube. So it's probably like a 5-foot trapdoor.
Okay.
Yeah. Each square is not 5 feet. I know it's confusing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask
I
how
see-
far I was, because my brain was like...
I see
Squares.
squares. My brain does the thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I thought I centered you guys all on a 4x4 space, but
how far am I from the guy in the corner?
25 feet.
All right, I will move so I'm like next to the trapdoor. Did he completely close it?
Yeah, it's completely closed right now.
Oh, okay.
You guys heard him setting it down, and then you went over to the sound, and that's when you detected the invisibility 25 feet away,
Okay.
or 20 feet away.
Actually, can I just go over and stand on the door then?
Like with him?
Is he under the door?
He's on the door, yeah.
He's on the door. Okay,
Yeah.
he's above it already. I
Mhm.
thought he had like, sort of like ducked back down under it.
No.
Never mind. Yeah, I'll move into. So I'm like, I'll not quite melee range,
Like there?
but yeah, and I'll leave my book where it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I will leave that there.
Cool.
All right. And that's good.
Cool. You three here on initiative 18. One more trapdoor close. He will take another 10 feet there, and he will take 10 feet there. What is the... Oh, it is a big cone. This one... Yeah, he'll cast it there because that's what he can see. Is going to cast Cone of Cold. So I need Emrys, Farzu, and Nymeria to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna absorb elements too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I rolled a 18 though.
Yeah, I have a 10.
Okay. 18 saves. Was it 10?
Yeah.
Does not.
Sorry, what were we rolling again?
Con
Sorry?
saving throw.
Con.
Yep.
Uh, 19.
Saves. So, let me half that real quick, because I can't math right now. That is 38 points of damage to Nymeria. Halved, which is 19 to Farzu and Emrys.
I absorbed elements, so another half.
So
yeah, I
you-
absorbed elements, so I took 19.
And then Farzu and Emrys, if you
So-
both save, take 9.
So absorbed elements. You're supposed to roll.
No.
Absorb elements, you just take half of whatever you're supposed to take.
What kind of damage is it?
Cold.
Okay.
Yeah, it just cuts the damage in half.
Yep.
Well, the rolling part is
Oh.
for if you're gonna like hit them
Return the damage,
and return the damage.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one is going to cast behind him.
So you
Is
said 9?
9 if you used absorb elements.
Yeah.
And you save. The one behind him is going to use Scorching Ray and make 3 attacks at Farzu.
At me?
Yep. First one is a natural 20.
Well, there's nothing I can do about that one, eh?
I rolled bad. That is 6 doubled, so that is 12 points of damage.
Oopsies. Wrong. 12. Okay.
Second one is only a 15.
Miss.
Okay. Last one is an 18.
We have 3 reactions, right?
No, that's Friday.
Only 1 reaction then?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I use my reaction for... Well, since I can't do anything about that, it hits.
Cool. That is another 12 because I rolled 2 6s.
Jeez. 12
Rolled the
damage.
same on a crit as a regular attack. Because
Feels
dice.
bad, man.
Because dice. And that is their go. Farzu, you are up. Also, yes, Lenny, I agree. This party is a sham wow. They absorb everything.
They all have absorb elements.
Okay. My turn?
Yes.
just so I can get it on him, I'm going to take action to put Dragon's Breath onto Nibbles.
Okay,
Touch the spider with that.
cool.
Nibbles. Nibbles.
I'm also going to be
I'm
doing
still
that
going to use the old model because the spider model is way too small for me to see.
Okay.
So is it-
Casting it at level 4. And then
Okay.
bonus, and then
that is your bonus action.
well, I'm doing that as action.
No, not how it
No?
works. No, you have to do it as a bonus action.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. So Nibbles can't use it this turn.
Correct.
Alright, then I am going to cast Firebolt
Okay.
at that guy in front of me.
Cool.
$24 to hit.
Yep.
I need to find 2d10s.
Here you go.
Thanks. I'm just gonna roll it in there for now. Look at that, 14 damage.
Yeah.
Nibbles should be able to use Dragon's Breath this turn. Why not?
Am I thinking incorrectly? Oh, I
Like
am
Nibbles,
too.
Nibbles can use
Oh,
his
fuck.
action to use Dragon's Breath
Correct.
now that it's on him.
I am thinking of something else.
Yeah.
A certain
You're-
fried.
Yeah, you're thinking of Fried on Friday.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Nibbles is going to point his direction that way for a 15-foot cone.
Is he gonna move?
Yeah.
You get
Can
both
you get
of
the
them?
other one?
Yeah, I can get both of them.
Cool.
Okay.
5d6. Dex 14.
And what is it? A Dex? What?
Dex 14.
First one is a The front one is a 19. The back one is an 8.
So on a succeed, they take half.
Yeah.
1, 2, 5, 10, 14 total for the second one, and then half for the first one.
Yep.
And then he'll climb up the wall.
Okay.
How tall is the ceiling?
It's like a good 30 feet.
Okay.
So I don't think I wrote the damage down right. What was it again on the 3d6?
14 total.
Okay, I did not have that right. I had it as 6. So thank you. Great. Cool. Any movement for you?
I'm gonna move more kind of towards the staircase,
Like,
but like along the wall.
so like there?
Other way.
Like
Yeah.
up towards them?
I'm pointing like you can see what I'm pointing at.
I think I can,
Well-
which is the weird thing.
The dark part of the staircase.
Oh, so the higher part of the staircase.
Yes.
So like there.
I'd be on that same floor, not going up.
Yeah, you're walking along the rail of the staircase, not the
Yes.
cool. All right. Right spellcaster's turn. He's going to pull a spell scroll out of his pocket, and it's going to, as he pulls it out and mouths some words over the roar of the fire, you can't really hear what it says, it disappears as this spray of multicolors just comes out between his hands as the spell scroll burns up. So I need all 4 of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay, I'll take that. 24.
Okay.
Sorry, 22. 22.
That saves.
My
Right,
math's bad.
right. Are they within 10 feet of me?
Oh, God.
Does anyone need healing?
Fair.
16.
No, that's fair.
I had to
That
use
saves.
2 inspiration because I rolled 2 natural ones, but it is now a 21. No, 22.
16 saves.
Does a 15 save?
No, because 16 is meets it, beats it.
Fuck. Okay, well, I spent 1 inspiration. I got a 15, so.
And reactions replenish on our turn, right?
Yeah, they refresh on your turn, so you would have it back. Alright, this might hurt.
Then I will also use Absorb Elements.
Okay. Two orange rays are going to strike you. Fair.
Okay.
Which is acid damage, which I believe is covered by Absorb Elements.
Is it? I think so.
Yes.
Yes. So whatever half of... I will do the math for you. You take 17 points of damage on the first ray.
Oof.
And halved 19 on the second ray.
Okay, so 17 and then 19.
Mm-hmm.
And he's no longer invisible?
Correct.
Cool.
Alrighty. Everybody else saved, so I don't have to worry about having it. Alright. Nothing happens to Farzu. Nothing happens to Nymeria. Emerus, you take half because you're absorbing. Oh wait,
I saved.
you
22.
saved, but you take half, which is 19 points of acid damage.
Okay, fine.
And the other one. 1 second. Oh, wait, hold up. The other one is just going to attempt to firebolt the dragon coming into his face. That is only a 13 on Albert.
He's also fire type, so
Oh, shit. I have him blue for some reason. I don't remember why.
he was lightning at one point. I changed for one fight.
No. That may be why. Oh, well. Cool. So that failed. And that's the end of their turn. So, Emrys, you are up.
Yeah. Let's see. How far away are they from me?
Those two are about 45 feet.
All
Those
right,
two
let me
are
move.
those two are 20.
Let me move 15 feet forward and to the left near the machines a little bit.
Like there?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna cast Blight. 4th level 18 con save.
On that one?
Yep. Con 18.
8 plus 7, that is a 15.
Uh, 32 points of necrotic damage.
Got it.
And that'll end my turn.
Cool. All right, Nymeria.
I'm gonna cast it the same one again.
Okay.
Or shoot, whatever.
Shoot, cast, same difference. One does a lot
I
more
think
damage than the other, and it's not the thing you think it
29
is.
hits. I would hope a 29 hits.
Yeah. They don't know I know this hack. No, it doesn't hit.
All right, so the first one's 12.
Okay.
How close is the other two to him?
Like 15 feet.
I'll hit him again. 28.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, so along with taking 10 more damage,
Okay.
he's also.
Are you rolling Hunter's Mark?
I did the first time. I didn't this last time.
That's
2.
Cool.
So
another
12.
12.
I'm gonna make it a grasping arrow, so he's gonna take an extra 2d6 poison damage, and his speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it takes another 2d slashing damage first time on each turn that it moves a foot or more.
Okay.
So 5 and 4 is 9 poison damage.
Okay.
Okay. And then Albert's going to continue to get in his face and take a bite.
Alrighty.
Hold on. I lost my Albert. 16 plus 3 plus proficiency bonus, so 7. So 23.
That definitely hits.
Ten piercing damage.
How does Albert want to do this? Like rip
He's
the face
gonna-
off.
He's gonna creep up real slow. And he's gonna show all of his teeth and just go
Nice.
and rip his face off.
Nice. Very cool. Fair. You are up.
All right, this guy in front of me, I assume his invisibility dropped
Yes.
when he
Yep.
hit me in the face.
Yep.
Ugh. What does he look like?
So very
ESL?
God, that
I'm sorry.
triggers so much stuff. So much stuff comes up. Remember his IRCs.
Oh yeah, no, ICQ chat was a fucking minefield.
That's putting it mildly. No, he's a gaunt looking human, like just sweat pouring from his body from being in this hot building, kind of leaning on his staff. Very little clothes, just like cloth, but has a shimmer to it, like it has some type of like magical protection on it for whatever is in here.
Okay. So he's disarmed with like a staff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Well, now that the spell scroll is gone, yeah.
Let's see. I guess I will get up in his face and cast Vampiric Touch.
Ooh.
I will cast it at 4th level
Okay.
and go after him with that and roll like shit. 17.
That just hits.
Oh, cool. And let's see, I don't deal my absorb elements damage with this, do I? That would only be with a weapon attack.
I believe so.
This is with a
A
melee,
melee
attack.
attack.
Okay, and this is a spell attack or whatever.
Yeah, because it's a melee spell attack, which is different than a melee attack.
Okay.
God, there are so many language changes I want to make. Oh my god.
All right, he takes 19 necrotic damage, and I heal
Half of that,
half
which
of that,
is
so 9.
9. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just stay there.
Okay. Alrighty. It is the left caster's turns. This one's going to move up. This one's going to move there. This, actually, yeah, he's going to cast it there. Is it 20-foot diameter or 20-foot radius? Give me 1 second. Radius. You hear above you, like, the roof cracking, and you realize it is a spell as ice and rock, just magical rock, fall from the ceiling. So I need Farzu and Nymeria to make dexterity saving throws, please.
At 22.
That saves. Farzu,
Help if I
unmuted.
unmute myself.
Yeah.
18.
Okay, that also saves. So you guys will take half, which is
What kind of damage is this?
5 bludgeoning, and then 8 cold damage.
Total of 13?
Huh?
Yes.
13? I'll take that.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, the other left caster is going to make 3 Scorching Ray attacks against Emrys.
Sword elements.
17?
17's AC.
Okay. 12 does not hit. 21 does. So you're going to absorb elements, so you'll take half of both of these numbers. I'll half them for you, actually, because it's easy math. 4 on the first one. And 4 on the second. 2 8s.
Okay.
Roll 8s with 2d6s when I'm not playing Settlers of Catan, but can't roll it when I get 8s in Settlers. Anyway, that is their go. Farzu, you are up.
Let's see how. How close are those two together?
15 feet apart. Oh, yeah. Just under 20. 10-foot radius gets both of them.
I'm just gonna firebolt that one again.
Okay.
$19 to hit.
Yep.
Oh. 13 damage.
Dang, nice.
Can Nibbles move up the wall a bit to get both of those guys again?
Shit, sorry, I knocked your model over. I will, just because I'm going to use the 10 foot as the thing. 20 feet from, let's move it back 5 feet. No, he's just out of the 15-foot range.
Out of the 15 foot.
Yeah, so he'll just get the one guy.
So, and it's 30-foot high ceiling?
Yeah.
Hmm. That doesn't work.
Why do I have a feeling there's going to be a daredevil spider jumping down from the ceiling and doing dragon's breath in midair at some point?
Oh,
in
but
this
that's...
game?
No way.
Why am I having
Really?
visions of this happening?
The only miracle is
Actually-
that it hasn't happened already, right?
That's true.
The only problem is he only has 20 feet of climb speed.
Yeah, so is he gonna attack the guy or not?
Can he go up 20 feet and still reach the one guy?
No, because he's moves
Or-
20 feet.
Sorry, not 20 feet. So he's like, what, 5 feet above the ground right now?
Like 10, yeah.
10. Does hanging down with his web can, like, if he goes to the top and spawns down with his web, do we go by how far? Like climb speed?
Well, I believe you'd waste a turn because I believe making a web is an action for a spider pet.
Oh.
If they have that ability. I know the spider familiar in Baldur's Gate 3 does have that ability. I like the creativity.
But if he gets to do the really cool thing next turn, is it wasting a turn?
That's true.
So it
And the
But he
actually
spiders-
also
doesn't say anything
risks but he
about it.
also risks the person moving out from underneath where he dropped the web too.
Can the spider spin a web that says "fuck you" on it and make an intimidate check?
As an action,
Ew.
certainly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
can just go Charlotte's Web on these guys, but like in an intimidating way.
That's not
Actually-
salutations.
That sounds
You're
even more
going
fun
to
than
fucking die.
Yeah, we're.
I just got a great
we're gonna do
idea.
that.
I just got a great idea for a bard.
What are you doing, Farzu?
Like it actually doesn't say if he can actually create.
Oh, then yeah, probably
A
never.
web.
He'd have to like suicide dive, just let go from the ceiling and do it in midair.
Which is crazy that he doesn't. Or like it doesn't
Anyways,
say that he has.
what you
how to
doing?
do it. He's gonna do the
Breath. Okay.
yeah.
That's a 4 on the save, by the way, from the one guy he gets.
Or 8. 15.
Okay. Cool. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Cool. It's the last rate caster's turn. Yep, that is cocked. Oh my god, can I stop? Please, thank you. Hold it up against the same side twice. Looks it fair. Two can play that game. Boom. 17 hit.
Yes.
Cool. They're going to upcast and use their level 5 slot for Vampiric Touch back.
Rude.
So that is 20 points of necrotic damage.
Ow.
And they heal back 10. It's a vampiric touch off. Who's gonna die first? Emrys, you're up.
I'm not touching you.
I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching
We kind of cheated with like 40 points of acid damage first, so
you.
Yeah,
Oopsies.
now
Oopsies.
hey, right.
Yeah.
Those two that are near Farzu Spider, how far apart are they?
You can get both 10-foot radius.
Great. Wall of fire. 5th level.
Counterspell.
Cool.
Yeah.
or actually I have to maintain concentration on the vampiric touch, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a con save.
That
Yes. It's a
that ends
con
my
10
turn.
actually too.
12.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Sorry.
I just realized, do literally none of you have counterspell?
No.
Not yet.
Fuck. Okay. Nymeria.
Rai looks at the other 3 spellcasters he was gonna bring into this fight and just drops it in the shredder.
It's okay.
I
No, actually, that's
am
the sheet from last Friday.
going.
Furiously
to-
adjusting hit points.
I'm gonna move my hunter's mark over to the one beating up Fair
Okay.
and take my 2 shots at them.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
So
15 plus a d8.
15. Well, and the hunter's mark, right?
And then d6 doubled, yeah.
Okay, so 15 plus a d8 of 1, so 16.
Yeah.
And what? Fucking A!
18. 18.
Double is 2 for 18. God damn it.
You know you can use inspiration on stuff other than d20s, right?
I know, but I'm not going to because I'm just going to shoot him again.
Okay.
16?
Yes. Wait, 16?
16.
Just misses.
Inspiration. Fuck you.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Hits.
12 more points of damage.
Okay.
And then Albert will move over in a flanking position and do nothing because I already used my bonus action to move Hunter's Mark.
Cool. Alrighty. Fair, you're up.
Is Albert in melee range with him now?
Yes.
Huh?
Alright.
You finally get to use one of my homebrew rules.
I think I'll attack with a vampiric touch again.
Please make this a vampiric touch off. I am
I'm
so
gonna spend an
down for
inspiration point on that.
I am so down for this.
Where did it go? Sorry.
Good.
Oh my god. 14.
Plus
Do I get
2
plus
is
2 or-
16,
Mm-hmm.
which unfortunately still misses.
Oh, fuck. Not my day.
Not your month or even your year.
Skip the week.
I'll be there for you. Oh, I have a story involving friends after first party.
Yeah, I will stay there in his face.
Cool. Cool. This one's going to use his last level 3 spell slot for the greatest spell ever. Fireball. So I need a dex save from Farzu and Nymeria.
28.
Could you roll any higher?
Yeah, I could have rolled a natural 20 for 29.
Nice. I don't know what your plus dex save is.
9.
Nice.
Also, I'm resistant thanks to Albert.
Yeah. Farzu.
14. I will absorb elements.
Okay, so I will have it for both of you real quick. That is 17 points of fire damage to both of you.
Mine's a quarter, right? Because I passed and then I'm resistant.
Yes. Doot. 8.
Cool.
Ooh.
And then this one's going to do 3 Scorching Rays at Emrys again. Actually, 4. He'll upcast it to level 3 and burn his last 3rd level slot.
Absorb elements.
Yep. Fuck. Sorry, I totally forgot their plus to hit for a second. 15.
Miss.
26 hits, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
18.
Hit.
And another 26.
Yep. 3 hits.
I'll have 3 points of damage, 2 points of damage, 2 points of damage. Dude, absorb elements is fucking putting in work for you guys. Holy shit. All right, Farzu, you're up.
Ow. Mummy.
Mommy.
Why is there charges on that?
He's also going to continue to move down.
So which one is the one that I've been hitting?
That one.
That one? How's he looking?
Hurt. Well,
Hurt?
burned, but... Because Nibble's doing fire damage too, right? Yeah.
Of course.
His clothes seem to be slightly fireproof because of the work that he is doing, but his skin definitely isn't. For lack of a better description.
To drink a potion, it's I can
Bonus
do that
action.
as a bonus action.
Yeah, we're not in the Monster Hunter campaign rules yet.
Are you? Oh, I gotta remember to talk to you something about that afterwards.
Yeah. Because you'll get it's if you want to do it as a bonus action, you roll. If you do it as an action, you get max, which I think is a really cool thing.
I'm just gonna firebolt that guy again.
Okay.
$18 to hit.
Yeah.
Uh, 14 damage.
Okay.
Bonus action. I'm gonna drink a potion of healing.
Cool.
Let's do superior.
Okay.
Because it's 8d4 plus 8.
Cool. Is he gonna Dragon's Breath again?
Yes.
Is it 4d6 or 5d6?
5d6.
You upcast it to level 4, okay. He failed.
Okay.
Because I assume you're gonna do that next.
Yeah.
So you wanna roll
He died?
damage. Huh?
Oh. That is 3 dice of 6.
18.
4 and a 1.
22, 23. Not dead, but not fucking good. Cool. And you can roll your healing dice.
4.
Well, we're into the next go. Obviously he's gonna continue the vampiric touch on Fair. That is a 15 to hit. which I assume hits.
Could I shield that? Its absorb elements doesn't work on necrotic damage.
Yeah, because it's against a triggering attack.
Okay, I'll shield
Okay.
so that it misses.
Okay. See, like, the hand, boom, and magic kind of bounces the hand away as it's kind of flickering with necrotic energy at you. Which means we're back to the start of initiative order and Emrys.
Sorry, one moment. I'm pulling up a sheet.
Cool, you're good. Actually, if you don't mind, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go turn the fan down in my house real quick.
Okay. I'm ready when he comes back. This is about to be fun. It's about to be fun.
Oh, is this not already fun?
Oh, I'm about to summon a whole bunch of shit.
I'm
I'm
having
mad.
fun.
Fair's not having fun.
I'm having a great time.
Fair, it's
Namir is
okay. One
about
of
to have
them-
the best time.
One of them is about to have the best time with a giant elk coming at them.
Sweating my butt off. All right, what you doing, Emrys?
All right, I am going to conjure animals, elk. I want 8 elk.
Elk?
Elk. And one sec. So I want to summon them to my left, far enough out, so that they're 20 feet away from the one that's in front of me, at least.
8 elk.
Would
Eight
you
elk.
accept caribou?
Elk.
How about water buffalo?
So then I am.
6, 7.
Yeah, I have no potions or anything because, like, I'm smart like that. We'll
Oh
just-
my god, is the... 1 second. Yeah, go.
They're at least 20 feet away. Okay, so it's
Oh,
their
man.
turn. They are going to all 8 charge.
Oh, it's a stampede. Oh,
It's
he's
a-
about to kill Mufasa.
It's a DC 13 strength throw.
Oh, and killed
I have-
Mufasa.
I have to make that 8 times?
On the charges, yeah. It's a DC 13 strength throw.
18.
But I will tell you, when I attack in a second, every single one of those is going to do 7 extra damage for the charge. The DC 13 strength throw just stops them from being knocked prone.
Okay.
But they all do extra damage if the target is already prone. So keep track of
Correct.
how many successes you get before you fail.
That is a 5 on the second one. So that is 49 extra points of damage.
Let me go ahead and roll. Am I rolling 2 die for this? Right for hit?
You're rolling 2 attacks with advantage if you're what are you hitting with these prone?
It's called Ram. It's +5 to hit, reach 5 feet. It is 6 damage.
No,
on
you're
hit.
doing hooves if he's prone.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing hooves. Sorry, it's
So, sorry,
+8 to hit.
You're rolling 2 attacks with double advantage. So you're rolling 3d20s on 2 attacks. Because he is prone.
Well,
plus
you're not
how
gonna like the first one.
than a nat
I
20.
only rolled I only rolled 2 die and it was a 19.
Okay, roll the third one just to see what happens.
The second one's a nat 20.
Okay. So hold up. Let me do dice there real quick. I'll do the dice on my end real quick. Doubled is 44 points of damage plus their modifiers, which is 3 times 4, which is 12. Okay, I want to keep going. So the other hits as well.
Yeah.
So that's 142 points of damage with the elk.
They made me mad. I couldn't wall of fire them. I'm sorry.
You have not hit this guy. He has taken 6 points of damage on his save, and you just one-shot the man with elk. He is pulp.
I'm just gonna look over at Nymeria. He made me mad.
Jesus fucking Christ. You just
Farrah,
see like
are you
guys
okay
just
now?
see you guys just see as the elk kind of like run over him and kind of like turn around. I'm gonna delete that guy so I can do this. They kind of like turn around and go away from the fire a little bit to like end their turn. There, you just see a pool of blood and like guts where this guy was.
He made me mad. I couldn't put my fire on him. I wanted to toast him. I'm sorry, Rai Rai. I had to do it once.
That was hilarious.
That ends my turn as I look at the pool of blood and just wipe my face.
Yeah. Okay. You know what gif I wanted to put in the chat and I couldn't find is the crazed deer that breaks through the glass of the car. You guys know,
Oh my
you guys
god.
know what I'm talking about. All right.
Oh, sorry. I'm just in my feelings about Mufasa right now.
You did
you know
that
what?
to yourself, sir. Also,
I was gonna
Stephen
say,
J.
who's-
Because
Also,
he
Stephen
is
J.
Mufasa
Yes, that
now.
was a shit ton of checks. Luckily, I only had to roll 2 of them. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Nymeria, you're up.
For the sake of RP, can Albert go before me?
Sure. It's your bonus action. You can do one in whatever order you want to.
Yeah, so Albert's gonna bite the guy in the butt.
Okay.
So that's 26 to hit.
Yep. That hits.
So he's gonna do 6 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot the guy with my first arrow.
Mm-hmm. Hang, take a point.
God. Oh god.
I would hope 29 hits.
Yeah, 29 hits.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
Is he dead yet?
No.
Okay. But
He's bad
Nymeria is gonna knock her second shot. And she's gonna mutter a word to herself. And I don't think anybody else is close enough to me to hear it.
Yeah, Farzu doesn't have the passive perception.
It's also
Cool.
really loud in here, right?
Yeah, it's also loud because of the fire and steam.
And this arrow is going to fair. And that's a 30 to hit.
I think that definitely hits fair.
That definitely hits, yeah.
And fair is going to heal for 13 points.
They sort of like look at you confused, like, what the fuck? And then you said 13 points?
Yep.
You feel like an arrow in your side, and then just kind of like this green regenerative magic kind of comes out of it. And it's like, it's weird.
Yeah.
She just screams, "You're welcome!" That's the end of my turn.
All right. Fair, you're up.
They're gonna sort of like faint with their glowing hand, like they're going to vampiric touch this guy again, but then actually just go ahead and stab him with their rapier.
Ooh. Okay.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
12 damage.
Cool.
Let's see. How far away from my book? I guess I'll just move my book with my bonus action 30 feet closer to the guy who's on the other side of the room still.
Cool.
And how much further how much further away from him am I right now?
From the tome? The
Yeah,
tome
how
to that guy is 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay, cool.
Cool.
All right, I'm done.
All right. What does he still have left in the tank? Out. Shit.
I have a feeling he's just staring at the elk like, please no. Please no.
He's gonna Scorching Ray Farzu.
Why me?
Maybe because... Wait a minute. Nope. What's Nibble's AC?
12.
Okay. First one's a
Bye,
15.
Nibble.
That is 7 points fire damage. Is Nibble still alive?
That's self. I think everything I can cast is self for reactions, isn't it?
Yep.
He only has 1 hit point.
So he's dead?
He's a familiar.
Okay.
Now I gotta.
You go poof. Yeah, you gotta do that shit all over again, buddy.
No.
So the next 2 Scorching Rays are going at Farzu.
Shit. My
That is
little buddy.
That is a 24 and a 26. Oops.
What is Ray?
Fire.
Absorb elements?
Cool. So the first one's going to be 3 points of damage. Second one's also going to be 3 points of damage.
Oh, 6 altogether.
They're not even totally sure why yet, but Fair feels a subtle feeling of relief.
All right. Farzu, you're up.
Well, I'm gonna have to overkill this fucker.
Okay.
So I think a witch bolt at level 5 will have to do.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
You fucker! You killed Nibbles again.
Jason Bourne? Did you mean John Wick?
Yo, you don't remember the scene from the third movie where they're watching the security camera and they're like, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about John Wick because they just killed his pet.
Also a good reference too. Do you guys know who Sign Guy is? The guy who protests, which is like a random sign every single day. He had one last week that was, I won't watch your movie if the dog dies in it. What's
So that's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, I'll say that hits.
Do I need to roll the 5d12s?
Yes. Because there's a chance you will roll 5 ones and I will laugh.
Oh, fuck.
It's okay. I kill he for you after Farzu.
12.
It is only in
right,
game. It's only enabled in game chat.
Right. I completely forgot that.
You're welcome.
Fuck you.
Oh my god.
Farzu,
Fuck you.
You son of
he was at 91.
You son of a bitch.
He has taken 91 points of damage from you all. 91 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
He has 100 total hit points.
Don't worry,
Just
I
enough.
bullshit.
He is dead.
How would you like to get justice for Nibbles here?
Well, since it's lightning, it's gonna hit him, and he's gonna sizzle and pop.
You guys, like Indiana Jones, brain explode.
Justice for Nibbles, hashtag.
Hashtag justice for Nibbles.
Well, I'm glad I did
Hashtag-
that fifth level.
hashtag late armor for Nibbles.
Yes.
Gotta get something that they make decorative armor for next time, like a cat.
I don't think that would work for a familiar.
Anywho,
Anything
anything else on your turn?
Wait, they
That's
make
my
armor for these,
action.
Rai?
They do.
No.
They do.
Nah.
Well, back in medieval times,
Not-
they absolutely did.
No. Well, yeah. No, I'm talking about in game. No, like it doesn't exist. But
If you wanted to spend 500
but,
gold
like,
on a
it's-
set of
it's
plate
the
armor
game.
for your cat, I
Yeah,
would
do whatever you want.
absolutely allow that.
Your cat would have half movement speed and be shit at stealth checks, but you could try it. Like,
Maybe that's why they
Yeah,
put
that
plate
makes
armor on the back in the day. They knew something.
so
we
they could
didn't.
hear them coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else, Farzu? Or are you good?
No, that's it.
Cool. Rightcaster is going to attempt to continue their vampiric touch. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is 22 points of necrotic damage.
Ow.
And they heal for 11. And then it's Emers's turn.
Hey, Rai, is there enough space for my elk to stampede one at a time?
Between
Between
Fair and Albert, absolutely.
Great, that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna ram.
What's the save
Oh,
on it?
DC 13 strength.
13 on the first one, 15 on the second. That one over the tray.
So they're they're not knocked prone.
Correct.
Let me
18 on
Yeah.
that, 16. I got 3 more to roll. 16. Shit. I don't know where that went. That's not good. Oh, found it. Shit. I knocked it further underneath the desk. I should have just reached for it.
let me grab my dice that like to roll 19s and 20s for this.
Natural 20, and in 19, they saved all 8.
All right. So how many dice am I rolling, Rai? 2 or 4, not with
Give
advantage.
me
I know.
1 second. Wait, how much bonus damage do you do from that? Do they all automatically do that?
They all have the charge, which is
Okay.
the save. It's 7 extra points of damage. It's 2d6.
Yeah, so you're
When they
rolling
do the ram.
2 sets of 2d20s.
A nat 20 and a 15.
Okay.
Sorry, I gotta get my crit dice back for this. And the 15 is a dirty 20 to hit, by the way, because it gets +5 hit.
Okay.
Second one is a 20 and a 17.
Okay, I'm adding all of the bonuses up now.
And it's 6 points of damage for each hit.
Okay. Dude, he had 32 HP left, and you just dealt 121 points of damage to him.
How is it 121?
Oh wait,
So
I doubled the second attack roll twice. Sorry.
Yes.
It's 90.
It
It's
should be.
90.
It should be like 48.
No, because it's
Yeah,
49 just from the charge attack.
correct.
Each
No,
one
it's
does an extra 7
It's-
points of damage.
No, they don't do extra damage unless the target is already prone.
no.
I thought.
No.
They
This is
do
a
extra
different thing.
damage. No. They do extra damage on the charge. It's 7
If-
extra damage on the charge.
It's-
Oh, okay.
The extra
they
damage
fail to
is
save,
not
they
related
get
to the
prone.
save. It's the prone that knocks him prone. So they get like
he's definitely dead regardless.
yeah, he's 100% toast. Yeah, the save is not attached to the damage. The
He's
save
not
is the
only
prone.
merely dead, he's really quite sincerely dead.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So fair, just 8 elk just come running
Okay.
through the guy and kind of like migrating around that way as they run through him and ram him and end their turn. There.
Fair, are you okay? Just hear me yelling, are you okay?
Fair like doesn't answer, but they're very clearly not okay.
And we're out of initiative order. What do y'all like to do?
Just then, as Dietrich is leaving the poker game, Nymeria will get a message on the wand of sending, saying like, "Hey, I'm all finished. How's everything going down there? Do you all need help?"
Well, you know us, we always need help, but there was a situation here, but I think we have it under control now.
All right, I'll check in again in an hour or so, and I'll meet you back at the bar.
I'm going through that.
I
guy's
mean,
stuff.
you could come here if you fancy, if you want to help. I don't know what else we're gonna get shenanigans we're gonna find ourselves in.
All right, I'll head in that direction.
What did you say you wanted to do, Farzu?
I wanted to rummage through that guy's stuff.
Okay, make an investigation check.
That. $23.
23?
Yep.
Okay. Just like standard, like kind of like chain clothing. Very thin material because of the heat that they're working in.
Would I think that they'd be worth any money?
Make an intelligence check.
That'd just be a +4.
If it was a full set of chain armor, it'd probably be about 50 gold, but this you have no idea.
Okay. Anything else on him?
No.
I kick his body.
Okay.
The one that I'm standing over now, does he have like sort of the same equipment?
Yeah. They all pretty much have standardized equipment.
Okay.
Nymeria is gonna walk around and pick up her arrows, including the one off of Fair, and as she does, she'll just go, "You okay?"
If you've got another one of those healing arrows, that would be welcome.
She'll take a few steps back, and you'll hear her say, "They need healing." A dirty 20 hit,
Yes.
10 more points of healing.
Two campaigns in a row.
Remove the arrow.
How many points? Sorry.
10.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Fair
Okay,
sort
how
of just like
many
takes the arrow and
potions?
like staggers back, and yeah, they're kind of pleased with this.
Masochism healing.
I've been waiting to get to use this. When I went shopping, I found this thing, and I think it's pretty neat.
No, don't stop.
All right. After the bodies have been searched and a little bit of healing that's gone out, what would you all like to do?
We're taking a short rest. How long is a short rest again?
An hour.
Oh, okay, so probably not.
Can I try to open one of those hatches?
You certainly can try. Make an athletics check.
$14.
Okay. You can kind of like lift it up, but you can't quite get it high enough to like lock up into position. But you can definitely feel the heat coming up from down below when you open the door.
And now I don't have a spider to go look down there.
Yes.
I could
So it's
send my spell deck down
Half
there.
up.
What was that, Farzu?
So it's like, how far up is it?
You can kind of get it like up to your chest, but you kind of can't get it up high enough to like lock into position to actually look down there yourself.
Okay.
I guess Fair will try and help.
Okay.
Open it all the way.
Make an athletics check.
Oh god. Fair does not help. I got a 6.
Yeah, you can't. It's rough. It is rough.
Well, while we're holding it open, at least, can I like send my spell deck down through the space?
Yes. I forgot what it can do when it is down there.
I can see and hear through it.
Okay. Down below, when you, for like a better word, warg into your spell book and see and hear through it, chained up beneath the 5 boilers are 2 hunks of what look just like burning fire. Just like 2 semi-curled, like engines of fire down below. Like, just two, like, for lack of a better word, like a hell pit. Like, just fire shooting up from this one particular spot, coming out of this kind of,
Fire
like,
elemental.
concentrated fire.
Huh.
Living flame.
Do they look like anything I've been reading about in the books that I was borrowing from Liren?
Like the elemental books.
Yeah.
Not what you've encountered in the book yet.
Okay.
How long will you stay worked into your book?
I think it just telepathically shared senses with it.
Okay. So, like, how long will you try and, like, focus and maintain it so it's, like, your primary, what you're sensing?
I don't know, let's see. I can sort of, once I get it downstairs, I can sort of float it around a little bit. So I guess I'll take a bit of a look
A
around.
lap around these things. There is a door in the back far wall away from the fire.
So is that like under the stairs that we came down?
Essentially, yes.
Okay. And where does it go? Which
It,
direction?
the door goes basically back out that wall. So, like, not underneath, directly not underneath the building. Kind of like away.
Okay.
And besides that, and kind of like these channels carved out of stone into the ceiling, with like wind kind of coming in to like channel the fire from these things going up underneath the boilers.
Okay. And how many, like, do I see anyone else down here?
No, there's no one else down there.
Okay. Let's see, if I cast detect magic, can I see through it that way? I don't think so. I think I would have to get a look at the chained things myself to try and figure out what those are.
Your book
And
is
use
not.
detect magic.
Your book doesn't make noise, does it? So it can't really be detected, can it?
No, but it glows
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay. Are you trying to keep it
Sheds.
stealthy? Not
Um,
really.
just sort of close to the ceiling.
Okay.
It sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Okay. Will you, last question, will you try and move it closer to the fire to try and see what is up?
Let's see. How far from the trapdoor is it?
Let me remeasure. From the trapdoor you picked, it's about 35 feet to the center of it, the center of the first mass.
Okay. Are they like side by side?
They're kind of like spread out apart. Like one does two and a half boilers, the other one's 2.5
Oh,
boilers.
okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll just take like a quick look, just sort of over till I can see the door and then come back.
Okay.
So I won't get too close to the fires.
Okay. All right.
And then recall it back up through the trapdoor, assuming we can still hold it open.
Yeah, you guys can hold it open, no problem. It's physically locking it into place that's the problem. All right. Does anybody have anything else they want to do while Fair is scouting downstairs with the book?
Being from the Underdark, we wouldn't know what would it be.
No, these things are not native to the Underdark.
I'll relay to everyone what I saw down there and just ask, do you think this is enough information? Do we want to check it out further? Or have we done our due diligence and we should leave now?
I mean, I feel like we kind of need some proof. Like, us just going back and like saying stuff to something ain't really gonna, fix anything.
Proof of what? What do you suggest we bring back? We take a closer look at the flame sources, or I don't recognize them, but I'm not sure how much more I could figure out with a closer look. But whatever those flames are is what they've used to replace the workers, presumably. Pat, what the hell are you doing? Sorry, my creature is being strange.
You fellers got any input on this?
I'm just holding this door up. Not much I
I
can
don't
do
even
with
know
it.
what I'm
A little bit.
looking at. I've never seen anything like this. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
I don't even know what they wanted us to really do here.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Okay.
There's one other door down there if you think we should check that out as well. I'd like a bit more healing before we're going to continue further, though.
Yeah, I feel you there. With one hand, can I drink a potion of healing?
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually,
Because I made those regular potion of healings, right? And handed them out.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I'm really out of spell slots to heal you.
I will cast a second level Cure Wounds on both of them.
Okay.
Both of us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Farzu gets 3 and 7. It's 10, 11, 12 points. And Fair gets 1, 7, 8, 9 points.
9. All right, thank you. And actually, I'll take one of the cards from my deck with my spare Master Scrivener Scroll and use that to cast second level False Life on myself as well.
Very cool. I will also say between the four of you, if you all moved it or kind of try to lock it up into position at the same time, you guys would be able to lock it up. But it would take all four of you.
Our amazing strength scores.
Yeah.
Be nice to my -1.
Only if you're nice to my -1.
I'll just shapeshift into a bear, and then it's not a negative.
I think everybody but Farzu and Nymeria have a -1. But anyway, between the four of you guys can lock that trapdoor up into place if you guys want to go down it.
Look,
Oh, go ahead.
I'll just become a gorilla, then it's not a -1.
Is it a 0 then?
That's true. I think it's a +5.
Oh,
Yes, it's very high.
The door that I saw, is it like the same we'll see. There was only the door that we came in, right? There were no doors at the stairs. So does it look like the door we came in?
No, this is more like a simple metal door with just a simple, you can't even lock it handle on it. Like, they do not expect anybody to get down this far with that kind of security.
Okay. Well, I guess if we want to check out the final room, or what looks to be the final room, there could be more.
So if you guys go downstairs, are you gonna check out the flaming things or the door?
If we go down, Fair's gonna cast detect magic as soon as they're at the bottom of there's a ladder down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna cast detect magic and just sort of stay back from the flames and just try and get an idea what's going on there with detect magic going.
These creatures are indeed magical. And the detect magic alerts them to your presence. As you see from this kind of ball on the ground, 2 wings kind of pull back and this head kind of cocks and it is completely on fire.
Okay. Is there any like binding magic left on them still?
The chains seem to be bound still with some type of magic. Otherwise, you imagine they would be completely melted with how hot this thing is.
Okay.
Is it red, blue?
It's kind of like a shimmering color on the chains.
So I imagine the fuckers we killed, I'd heard them chanting, and so I imagine that they had some sort of ongoing spell to keep these things under control. Do I have any sort of idea, like how long until
You have no idea.
these things could get free?
Also, you were fairly well read. These things are
Mhm.
magic. Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Barely.
I would hope
Assist?
so.
Farzi, you can also roll a check too if you want.
I have a dirty 20.
Let's see if you're rolling with advantage or not.
Oh, I roll with advantage?
I'm seeing, what Farzi, what'd you get?
11 plus 8.
So over 15. Yes, you're rolling with advantage.
Okay. So I will roll another. Yeah, the dirty 20 is better.
Okay.
Dice are not my friends today.
You do not believe what you are seeing is real. These things are like mythological from other planes.
Okay.
But they are clearly 2 mid-sized phoenixes that have been chained down here powering this factory.
Wow. Okay.
Phoenixes have healing powers.
I'm not sure how willing they would be to use them
Right
on
now,
us.
they don't. If you kill it, just baby
It
phoenix.
comes back angrier.
You have a cute baby phoenix after 1d6 days.
Right?
That would
Add to
actually
our
be really cool.
collection of children.
I'd love to have a phoenix as a pet.
Make Nibbles a phoenix, and then you just get it back automatically every 1d6 days.
might save him some gold.
Yeah,
the way that you are.
You know, he does it on purpose to see how far we can get through the wheel.
It's true.
It's about like if you're gonna make your familiar a target by putting dragon's breath on it,
it's gonna get scorching rain occasionally.
You need to like make sure it like gets to safety after using it or whatever.
Anyways. But yeah,
or just like, hey, you're paying 10 gold for something that takes a hit. That's not horrible depending on how much gold you have.
Yeah. But yeah, you are looking at 2 chained up
2
phoenixes.
phoenixes. Okay.
1 would be ridiculous enough.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Farrah's just kind of like staring at these, just kind of amazed and wondering what to do. Like,
Would Nymeria have ended up seeing any of these in her exotic shop when she, broke out of her damn cage?
No. These are, like, beyond exotic.
These birds are on fire.
These birds are on.
Yeah.
Birds.
God, I'm gonna play that song on a loop after. Anyways. What would you all like to do at this realization?
They all like Homer Simpson back into the bushes.
Cat!
success, I have captured the creature.
Nice.
She was like
Adorable.
flopping down just out of reach.
Adorable.
It was psychological warfare.
Adorable. Anyways, what would you all like to do with this new information?
So yeah, I'll let
Sadly,
everyone
I
know.
can't.
I don't know how long they're going to stay bound. I imagine they will be very upset when they break free. Do we want to check out this last room or call it a night? Suggest we decide quickly. I'm inclined to leave now, though. Quite enough of a revelation for tonight.
I mean, as long as we think they're gonna end up freeing themselves, that seems like the case. I would hate to leave them here otherwise, but if we think I'm okay with that.
Right. Is there any water around or anything like that?
No.
Does anyone have a jug of water?
Do we still have the decanter of endless water? Or
I
does
have
Dietrich
it.
have that?
Dietrich has
Yeah.
it.
But also, any water in here, I would imagine, would just turn to steam
Completely,
instantly.
Yeah.
I can do things. That's what I was going to say. I can do things.
Cool.
You could end it in a spell, I think.
What are they like chained up with, Rai?
2 pretty heavy sets of magical chains. It's like 1 on each, like where their wing comes into their body. On each of them.
I wonder what would happen if I dispelled the magic.
If everyone else wasn't here, I might be able to get you out. Without dying?
Would you like to try that, Farsu?
Fair will start climbing back up the ladder.
Farzu is very interested in these creatures and wants to set them free,
Okay.
but doesn't know if they would hurt him.
Above game, I don't think they're gonna need your help getting free. But I'm not there.
Yeah.
I happen to agree that they might not need our help. It looks like the chains aren't gonna last long, but I'll save you if you try. I don't know
I'm
how,
gonna
but I
try
will.
that door.
You're gonna try the door?
Yeah.
It's open. It's a long hallway.
Dark hallway?
No. Has a little bit of dim light in it.
I don't know. What's worse? Releasing firebirdies or going down a long hallway? I'm gonna wander down the hallway.
After about 50 or 60 feet, it gets cooler. and it kind of opens up, and there's kind of like 2 dorm room setups for the people that basically live down here full time and control them.
Oh my. Can I search the rooms?
Go for it.
What do you want me to roll?
Investigation, obviously.
Uh, 22.
Okay. Mostly personal effects, but you do find 12 gold.
Oh, cool. I'll put that 12 gold in my inventory.
Fire.
Anything-
birdies.
Anything about anything that's going on here?
No.
Is there any phoenix feathers or?
Does not appear to be.
Okay, I'll go to leave.
Okay.
As I go up the ladder, I say, I hope you birdies get free.
All right. Are the rest of you climbing up and out?
Yes.
Yes.
I think Fair already got GTFO.
Yeah. You're like, I wonder if I could dispel magic these. I'm out. Don't blame them. Yeah, you guys gonna head out of the building as well?
Yes.
I think we're done here.
Yeah.
But people upstairs are going to see us. We got to figure out how to get out. So are they right above, like, the door?
The main door. You still
Can they
don't notice. The searchlights aren't there. They got knocked out by the crabs.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
They do not have a lot of hit points, guys. They were guards.
The crab attacked the weak point for massive damage.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, how the turntables have.
The crabs just pick them up and eat them.
I don't know what happens after the crabs knocked him unconscious. It's up to the crab.
Oh,
to
they
decide.
ate him. They ate him.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm guessing the crabs would just take their bones and crack the bones in half just out of a sick sense of revenge.
Okay.
We're gonna find an arm like cracked in 7 pieces on the
We're gonna
ground.
suck the marrow out.
Cool. So you guys are going to head back to the bar as inconspicuously as possible, I would imagine.
Hmm.
Yeah. My head's going to be hung down low, though.
After about 38 minutes, like right after you guys cross the bridge into Fairy Town, you hear a gigantic explosion and see 2 streaks, and then over following the river out.
Oh, they
and
got out.
over to the bay. And you have no idea where they're headed.
Hopefully they
I
can
would
get
imagine like Dietrich is probably like
every
near the
single
bar at
person
this
in
point.
every single
Yeah.
person in the city heard this. Because what immediately follows as you're in the bar is the lights go out.
what they get for holding magical creatures.
Oh shit!
Well, you see what happened was.
No, we have no idea what that was. I'm just as surprised as you are.
Cool
We're not
guys
It's dark
don't
all of a
look at
sudden.
explosions.
So do they all get back to the bar?
As some of the looting starts, yeah, they make it back to the bar.
Sure. When they get back to the bar, I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck did you do?
We set them free.
Them?
We may have found more shenanigans.
They were pretty.
They were phoenixes. Difficult to believe, I know, but that's what they were keeping down there to run the power. 2 of them.
Oh my god. So they're gone.
Yep.
Fair just sort of like
And
looks at the like billowing cloud of smoke and is like, looked like it.
so they're gone, and now there's no power, and the looting has begun.
I know what I
We
need.
we need to grab the horses and get the fuck out of here.
I need some armor.
Okay, armor's great. We're going to get murdered if we stay here, though. So we should get the horses and fuck off.
Why are we gonna get murdered?
You
Because the
lose Dietrich.
looting has begun. We're going to get murdered or arrested or something. We need to did anyone see you? Like, do we need to go lie low somewhere?
I don't think so.
Hey, Rai,
Yeah.
how far am I from that magic shop?
Which one? The one in
The
the,
one
The one with the
armor
thing he
I
really
want.
wanted to buy.
the one in the underground that's independently powered by the Brotherhood?
No, the one with the armor that I wanted that wasn't Brotherhood related.
That you know
Okay.
of?
How far? How
You're,
far?
you're talking about the one in the underground, though, not the one in the trade district.
Correct.
Yeah,
I
the
think-
underground is
Okay.
independently
Yeah.
powered by the Brotherhood, so the lights would still be on downstairs.
It's safety though. Without leaving. We don't have to travel far or get horses. We just go underground and leave. We just hide with them.
You don't
They
think it's
fronted-
safe? You don't think it's safer to just grab the horses and go out to Lyran's?
How long will it take us to get to the underground versus getting the fuck out of the city?
Getting the fuck out of the city sounds a lot safer to me, but
And if we
You
go into the
just-
underground, then what will happen to our horses? Can we bring
You-
them with us? I don't think so.
You just
And-
gambled with their money though.
I did just gamble with their money, and they're gonna want me to return it. That might be the biggest hazard of leaving town, but
What did you
You
lose? it
run
all?
off without their money that you don't pay them, and we're all dead men no matter where we go.
very, very true. Maybe we go to Lyran's and I can just send the Brotherhood a message. Set a meeting time to return the money. I just don't like the idea of hiding out underground with people who don't like us and possibly not having a way out and also leaving our horses up here.
At least wait till morning. What time of night is it at this point?
Like 11:30 midnight.
Okay. Yeah, at least wait until the sun's up.
Look, I never said we stay long, but we stay long enough that they don't think we'd run off. Right now, you have their money. We just did things. Did
Oh,
things.
I'm not talking about running away to Rustport or any other city. I'm just talking about going out to Lyran's on the outskirts of town.
Where are your bodyguards that the
Oh,
Brotherhood sent with you? Did they come up with any? Presumably, they brought the money to you, and they'll want it back. Did they make any arrangements with you yet?
they just said someone would get in touch with me tomorrow.
Well,
which is the other reason I don't really want to stay around here. If I lose it in the looting, we're all fucked.
I'd say we leave and come back in the morning.
Liren should be able to keep us safe, I would think.
You sure he's gonna want us to be at his place?
One way to find out, I suppose. The Brotherhood turned out to be assholes, and if they don't like Liren very much, I'm guessing he's a friend of ours.
Well, my vote is to get the horses and go out to Lyran's for the night. Decide what to do in the morning.
That would be my vote as well.
I don't think leaving the city is a good idea with their money, but
We're not
that's
leaving the
me.
city.
Isn't Laird's on the outskirts of town?
Still within the city limits, yeah.
Sorry, within city limits?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just very on the edge of the city limits.
Who's to say it's safer there than the underground where they're not going to kill us because we have their money in their area?
I think there's a place to sleep down there.
And there are limited ways out if anyone comes for us, and we don't know what's going to happen to the horses while we're down there. And there may be more people than the Brotherhood down there who aren't inclined to provide us hospitality. Also, as soon as we see the Brotherhood down there, they'll want their money back, and I'll have to pay it. And as soon as that happens, we have no protection at all. Liren could at least keep us safe for a time.
I don't know. We did just fix the problem they asked us to fix.
I don't know if that was the problem they wanted fixing. They wanted to know what's going on and how it works. They didn't want us to blow it up.
We didn't blow it up though, but we did figure out how it works, I think. It
Two
blew up on
Phoenix-
its own.
I didn't think phoenixes were real.
It blew up on its own. Like I said, we just watched.
Still. There are all kinds of reasons why that plan might work out, but mostly I just don't trust the Brotherhood. I don't trust them not to backstab us. I don't trust them not to have another surprise. And if there is another surprise, I'd prefer for it to happen in broad daylight outdoors.
I mean, you make a fair point. I just don't want them chasing us to the outskirts of town and fighting now, thinking that we're running because, they have people watching, I'm sure, and they'll see us headed out and be like, oh, it's time to kill them and take everything. And that's my only worry.
I've still got a charge left on this thing, and I hold up the wand of sending. I'll make sure to let them know that I'm still close by and I haven't absconded with their money.
Well,
And tomorrow I can message them again and set a meeting time.
as long as we're not going to be ambushed on our way out, then it's a good plan. It's a better plan than going into the underground. But my fear was they were watching where we were and they see us running and they think, hey, we're making off with their money that we owe them. And that's it's not a good plan either.
I think we should saddle up now and get going. I can message them on the way and make sure we're at least okay until morning. But I just don't like the idea of heading into the belly of the beast and expecting the beast to protect us.
Oh, I agree. I was just trying to choose the lesser of two evils.
All right. So you guys are gonna saddle up and send a message to the Brotherhood on the way?
Yeah, I'll send them a message saying like uh staying on the outskirts of town for tonight. We'll touch base tomorrow to set up meeting to return money.
Okay. You all are going to have to tell us what the hell you did. Sounds good on money.
I'm out of charges, so
And you guys are headed to Lyran's, correct?
If he's happy to see us.
He also has a independent power source. So in the farmlands, as you head to the outskirts of town, his house lights up. Where the other town farmhouses and wineries out here are also in the dark. There is hustle and bustle as you get to his place, as his private bodyguards are not ransacking the place, but throwing everything hurriedly into bags and crates. And that's what we'll pick up next week.
okay.
All right.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh.
I cannot type correctly.
Well, but hey guys, I want a little bit of money.
But how many
We
phoenixes
found
did
some
you see?
firebirds.
I at some point, I guess, like at maybe at the bar when we met up, I'll split up my winnings evenly,
Okay.
if that sounds good. So it's 175 gold each,
Each?
with
Yeah,
with
let's rate these
2
guys.
left over. I'll keep the extra 2.
Oh.
But everybody
174?
everybody gets 175
Hell
gold.
yeah.
1,700
Dietrich.
more gold to go.
Hashtag if you can dream it, you can do it. We'll see you all next Wednesday. Bye.
Hashtag we're robbing a bank.
Bye.